There's a steadfast rule in the automotive biz these days. You can't have enough crossovers. Complementing the CX9 and CX5 in Mazda's lineup is this first ever CX3, a utility vehicle for a new generation. After years of mocking the tiny cars proliferating European streets, Americans have recently started to embrace smaller means of transportation. Gas prices surged and the appetite for SUVs waned. Of course, that's all changing yet again as trucks and big utility vehicles are back on shoppers' radar screens. No matter, Mazda has forged ahead to import this little runabout to the States, backed by a design of uncommon sophistication, the confidence of all-wheel drive, and zoom Mazda genetics. 15 years ago, when you heard the acronym SUV, you envisioned something, say, the size of a Ford Expedition. But nowadays, that term can be used to describe just about anything with a raised stance and 5 doors. Unfortunately, the rear seats in this CX3 are really tight and the cargo room is minimal. And if you cross-shop the CX3's main competitors, the new Honda HR-V and Chevy Trax, you'll find that it's smaller in those key areas, with the former offering 130% more luggage volume with the seats upright. Gas mileage, price, and feature offerings are otherwise similar, so you'll have to prioritize your needs. Do you favor the dramatic Kodo soul of motion design and more engaging drivability of the Mazda, or the greater utility of the others? Somewhat surprisingly, Mazda offers no manual transmission here. All trim levels, whether front or all-wheel drive, run with the same powertrain, a Skyactiv 2-liter 4-cylinder pushing 146 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque. This is Mazda's advanced small gas engine, balancing appreciable output with class-leading fuel economy, at least on paper. This all-wheel drive model is rated at 27 mpg city, 32 highway. My weekly average was closer to 25. A 6-speed automatic with the option of manual shifting and sport mode is the way all models roll. Mazdas are known for their joie de vivre from behind the wheel, and the CX3 possesses that, with its light and nimble Skyactiv chassis and spot-on steering. Just like in the MX-5, the 2-liter engine produces ample power, but it's quite noisy on the intake, and the 6-speed auto contributes some undesirable CVT-like sounds when in sport mode. Ride quality is taut but forgiving. The cabin is relatively quiet at cruising speeds, and its tidy dimensions make it easily maneuverable. The all-wheel traction comes courtesy of a setup called iActive, which uses the vehicle's onboard thermometer to determine ambient temperature among other sensors to proactively route power to the rear wheels. It adds $1,250 to the base price. This here is the middle trim, the CX3 Touring, with a starting price of $22,840. Key upgrades over the base Sport model include advanced keyless entry, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and heated leatherette seats. My car chips in remote start, a moonroof, and a Bose audio system with SAT and HD radio for an as-tested price of $26,150. If you're interested in the iActive Sense package with its suite of premium driver assistive features like smart brake support with collision warning, you must step up to the Grand Touring level. Here's a couple of things you should know about this 7-inch touchscreen. 1, it's not a touchscreen unless you're standing still, and 2, it doesn't include navigation on this mid-level touring trim. The dark red accent color peppering the doors and dash and imaginative overall cabin design lend a high-quality premium small car feel. The only exception to this is this flimsy armrest. There's also very little storage without a center console. The CX3 is quite the likable new Mazda, but space constraints will steer some to other choices. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.